like an old man.
You look like one.
Yeah, I know. I need a stretch. How's it going, guys? Caleb Friend here with Full-Time Productions. We're out here today, kind of going over my plots here. I've had this seed in the ground for 5 days. We got in here on Saturday and got it all tilled up. Got some seed in the ground. It's actually starting to germinate for the first time I've seen today. We did get some rain past couple days, so that's helping. Still have some rain in the forecast, so hopefully we can get that in and start getting some more germination in the ground. Over here right now, we're looking at my kill plot for this year. It's got about, I don't know, maybe a ½ acre here planted. On this bottom side here, I have some rack radish from Boontown Seed Company. It's a local seed company here in Indiana. Really like this blend. Looking at some driller radish and a couple types of clover. I think the radishes are starting to germinate. They have a shorter germination time than the clover themselves, so pretty happy about that. Got it planted all the way up to the back here. And then in the middle here, I actually have some pumpkins I planted earlier in the year, just in case something happened, I didn't get the seed in the ground correctly or didn't get the germination I like, that I still have something to hunt over this fall that the deer be attracted to. Those were probably planted 1st of July. When I planted these pumpkins, it said that the maturity date would be right around October 18th. So pretty happy. I'm seeing some germination. Weeds are kind of staying down, which I'm really excited about that. I didn't get to spray these plots before I planted due to the ag program the farmer's on, so just had to cut it a few times and get the ground worked a little bit. Hopefully those seed pressure will stay down. But on this top side here, I also planted some Boneyard Brassica blends from Boontown. This is probably my favorite seed mix that this company makes. Got some driller radishes, some turnips mixed in. Also have some dwarf rape mixed in too. Pretty excited about it. Not seeing any germination yet, but germination time's a little bit later on this seed. Hopefully we can get some rain the next couple days and we'll start seeing some stuff pop up. But this is going to be my kill plot this year. I got a tripod set back off the side here for later in gun season where I can cover all that CRP on the back side. This whole field here, we're looking at about 2 acres, so probably have, I don't know, 1.5 acres or so of CRP in the back. Kind of put that tripod in the middle there, that way I can cover both ends of the plot during gun season. But I'm probably going to put a stand down here on the bottom side to cover this creek bottom, where these deer are going to mostly pressure out of this thicket back here to coming out into the feed. That way I can catch them if they want to stay on the edge too. So stay tuned for that. We'll be hanging some stands probably here in the next month or so. Take some videos of that. Pretty excited with this plot. I do have another plot on the back side of the property we're going to take a look at here a little later today. Hopefully still have the same germination results over there starting to come up, but we'll find out a little bit later on. Alright guys, something new I've tried this year for early season scouting is I've been reading up, watching some YouTube videos about mock scrapes and licking branches. Here's one that I've made this year. I do have deer already hitting this. All it is a grapevine I found in the woods, roughly 3/4 inch to 1 inch in diameter. Found a good spot along the edge of this field here. Cut it about 6 to 8 feet. Tied it up with a zip tie. Cut it about waist high, a little bit lower than waist high. Come fall, when these leaves fall off, this is going to raise. It's going to take weight off that branch, and it's probably going to be about chest high. Them deer are still going to be using this, but just an early season skill that you can use to get some more pictures of bucks and does instead of having to run mineral or something like that in a place like Indiana where you can't hunt over that, but you can always put out a licking branch. It's going to be good all summer long and go into your fall. Deer will consistently still use it. One thing I will say though, when putting these out, is make sure you put these within shooting distance of your stand, definitely in bow season. With a deer constantly using them, you don't want them, you know, 40, 50 yards out from your stand. You know, that deer comes through, hit this licking branch and walks away and never comes in shootable distance. But I have one here. I also have a tree out in the middle of the plot with one that they're hitting also. Hopefully they continue to hit that once the plot comes in. So hopefully I have some footage of deer this deer season using these. I'll be able to show you a little bit more how they work. So stay tuned. Alright guys, I had put out some winter peas in a mixture here, and as you can tell they didn't get very good soil contact. This is where I was loading the cedar, so I mean obviously I didn't overplant this hard all over the place, but they didn't get really good soil contact here. I should have cultipacted this, but I don't have a cultipactor to use, so it was a little bit later than I should have, but try to save this plot here. Today, the seed's been on the ground for probably 5 days now. I just went over it with the truck tires just to get that seed to soil contact a little bit better, get it cultipacted in a little bit. Hopefully get some rain and that seed might come back, but it looks like the seed's actually in the ground now. I got it pressed down, so that should help a lot, but I mean there's still a couple here that kind of didn't get very good contact, but doing it with truck tires isn't ideal, but when it's all you got, it's all you got. So hopefully this plot will still come up. If not, through here, that's all I had planted through here. So as you can see, like right here where I didn't get, I still got a lot of stuff that doesn't get very good soil contact here. So a drag would have been nice too. Could have come over this with a drag and drag all this, but not having the exact equipment that I needed for this year, I found that just compacting the soil with the truck tires, like I said, it's not ideal, but it works. So got some winter pea mix here, and then a little bit farther out I've got a good row here of rack radish by Boontown Seed, and then I got another row of Tine down turnips on the other side, and then everything else is the Boneyard Brassica blends. So this is going to be the corner store here. It's just the corner of this big CRP field. This is actually the field my dad killed the big wide 9-point out of last year. He was sitting in the top stand back here. He was actually out here in the middle of this CRP. So hopefully, a lot of these deer like to run this creek bottom, so hopefully they'll come out in this bottom here. Probably have a stand along this fence row, easy access coming in. Got this big fence row here for screening, so none of those deer are going to be able to see me coming into the stand if they're in the plot. So that works out good. And then I'll probably put a stand over here on the side. That way later in season when the leaves get off, we'll be able to see that whole bottom over there and cover the food plot in the bottom where them deer are going to be coming from. So stay tuned, and hopefully we'll also have some deer on camera over this plot this year and see what happens.